Hey, welcome back to YT Finance, and this is the channel where I went to business school so you didn't need to, and today we are talking about Palantir Technologies PLTR stock. And in this video, we will be analyzing two articles, to where the first one is titled, Palantir's Artificial Intelligence AI Strategy is Genius, Here's Why. So we're going to be going over their latest news updates, upcoming catalysts, as well as their price targets. And then for the next article, that is titled, Palantir Stock Forecast, a bear takes a second look. So this bear believes this company will fall to around $12 over the next 12 months, which is very possible, is now slowly changing his mind, it seems, and taking a more bullish, positive perspective. So I think this is good news overall for the company, and we're going to be discussing the future forecasts of this company to determine whether or not it is a good buying and holding opportunity. So for more videos just like this one, don't forget to go and annihilate that like button right now, comment your thoughts down below, subscribe if you are new, and without further ado, let's jump right into today's stories. Palantir Technologies, ticker symbol PLTR, is a big data and analytics company which serves both commercial enterprises as well as government agencies. And when it comes to artificial intelligence, Palantir has emerged as one of the most talked about companies, and in my view, they are a market leader in this regard. Palantir's CEO, who is Alex Karp, has created quite the buzz on social media over the last few months, talking and boasting about the company's demand prospects for their machine learning and artificial intelligence capabilities and platforms. To quote directly from the article, they say that recently the company revealed it is hosting something called Artificial Intelligence Platform Bootcamp, during which prospective clients will identify a use case for Palantir's products within 5 days. Let's explore why Palantir is showcasing such a program and how this may serve as a bellwether for the company's artificial intelligence roadmap, end quote. So overall, I really like how they have implemented this boot camp, which is essentially a training designed for companies to test Palantir's overall platforms, as well as allow them to show their value to these other companies. Palantir's management claims that over 100 enterprises are currently using their artificial intelligence platform, and that creates a long backlog of business which will help increase their revenues and earnings. Not to mention all of the other customers that are still wanting a Palantir to train them on how to use this artificial intelligence platform to help the customer's organization. And according to the CEO, the demand for Palantir's artificial intelligence platform has been exceedingly impressive. Right now, many technology companies are pouring billions of dollars into artificial intelligence initiatives. However, Palantir is still ahead of the pack in their respected space of data analytics, and this is truly a new frontier for the technology realm because artificial intelligence represents the opportunity for these organizations to optimize and make their overall dealings more efficient and effective. Some other factors that investors should be aware of would be some upcoming catalysts, such as Palantir Technologies becoming a part of the S&P 500, which I think will happen within the next year easily. However, right now let's focus on their artificial intelligence. Artificial intelligence, or AI in general, is still in its early stages, and corporations, companies, and organizations of all sizes are trying to figure out where artificial intelligence comes into play for their specific products and services and their own optimization. So a lot of these companies are still figuring out the bigger picture of how artificial intelligence and AI will fit into their overall organization. However, this means that artificial intelligence applications will likely present an increasing portion of IT spending over time, meaning that the total addressable market for artificial intelligence products is anticipated to rapidly increase as time goes on once these organizations realize how useful this is going to be for their companies. And this leads us into talking about Palantir's AIP Bootcamp, which is their artificial intelligence platform bootcamp, where Palantir not only teaches other companies on how to use their platforms efficiently and effectively, but it also allows them to identify a use case for that specific company. According to a recent Palantir blog post, the company says that their bootcamp participants have been able to, quote, solve problems that they have been struggling with for years in a matter of days, end quote. So imagine a company that is struggling with certain problems, like an organization unable to achieve profitability even though they have high revenues. Palantir's technology could identify that their margins are too low, meaning that they are spending more than they are bringing in, meaning that there is no delta between those, and that means that profits will not be created. However, Palantir's technology can identify exactly where these pitfalls are in the organization and help them over the long term. So during these sessions, users from other companies can test Palantir's software suite to figure out which products best serve their needs. And I personally find this approach very appealing for a couple of reasons. To where the author of this article identifies the first reason for why we love this approach. And the first reason is that Palantir now has the ability to market several products in just a single demonstration. For instance, while companies are using their artificial intelligence platform, Palantir can cross-sell or upsell this customer on other products that they have. Because many of Palantir's platforms work together synergistically, meaning that they all work together to achieve some greater end. So if somebody is coming in only to use their artificial intelligence platform, this allows Palantir to cross-sell and upsell them on other products that Palantir offers, thus expanding their overall revenues. On top of that, it also positions Palantir in a very good position to further relationships with their existing customers while gaining new ones, meaning that their current organic growth will be exponential from this point onwards. And the best part to me is that they are attracting new customers in a shorter time frame. So this then begs the question, should you invest into Palantir stock? Well, this depends. It depends on your own risk tolerance, your investing style, your age, what you are already invested into, and how much Palantir you already own. Currently, Palantir Technologies trades for $16.11 per share, while very bullish analysts believe this company could surge up to $25 over the next 12 months, which is a very impressive payday. But not all investors nor analysts believe they will achieve $25 over the next 12 months. Like I said, there are multiple investors and analysts who believe this company will fall to as low as $12. And believe me, if you can acquire shares between $9 to $12, that is the sweet spot for a long-term investor. However, we will talk more about the bearish $12 price target in our next article. Right now, let's focus on Palantir Technologies and their AIP technology. Currently, Palantir is not rushing their overall capabilities to the market, but rather they're taking time to invest into other companies by showing them how to use their software properly. This is helping them land a multitude of clients, and also we have many prospective clients lining up, which is creating a healthy backlog of work for Palantir Technologies. According to the author of this article, these boot camps represent a savvy marketing tactic that is aimed at building long-term relationships with Palantir's customers. Therefore, in my opinion, long-term investors should be very excited about this potential and this overall AIP bootcamp. So investors need to pay close attention to the company's customer count, which I think will grow, which will then reflect in an increase in revenue as well as profits over the next few quarters. Palantir's customer count specifically will show significant growth in the near to intermediate term, and over the long term, this is radically going to benefit their overall bottom line and top of the line, which is referring to Palantir's overall finances. So we should experience and see and notice a substantial growth rate in Palantir's revenue going forward, meaning that their revenue CAGR should increase as time goes on. And for the reasons previously mentioned, those are the reasons why Palantir has a very bright future according to this author. But now let's take a look at a more of a bearish perspective regarding an analyst and other investors who believe this company will fall to around $12 per share, and take my word for it, if it falls down to $12 per share, I will be buying more. Right now, I currently have a 2 to 3% allocation in Palantir Technologies currently. However, if it drops down to between $9 to $12, I will be buying more, and then I will stop my allocation at around a 5% initial portfolio allocation, which for me is around $5,000 in total spent on this company. The author of this article in general says he has a bearish and negative stance on Palantir's PLTR stock. However, at the end of this article, you can see that he is shifting his perspective slowly but surely. The main reason for his bearish negative criticisms of this company is due to the company's current valuation, which is warranted, as well as a questionable forward growth expectations, which I personally would reject because their future growth is going to be far better than the growth that they are bringing in right now. But putting all of that aside, let's talk about why this author is taking more of a bullish stance on Palantir and why he's outlining some key catalysts for this company. First, let's start off talking about artificial intelligence again and other companies pertaining to how Palantir compares to other artificial intelligence companies. Many technology and artificial intelligence companies are unproductive. profitable. However, when we look at Palantir, we see that their net income growth has increased 116% year over year, and more notably, the company has strung together consecutive profits quarter over quarter for the last 3 quarters in a row, and this quarter coming up is going to be no different, to where I believe they will bring in GAAP profits yet again, which will allow them to potentially infiltrate and be added to the S&P 500, which should increase their overall share price. But that's not all. This company has been consistently profitable on a generally accepted accounting principle standard for many consecutive quarters, and from this point onwards, they are anticipated to maintain profitability for an indefinite period of time, meaning that they are anticipated to bring in profits for the foreseeable future. We also know that they have upcoming Q3 results, which I think should be rather positive. Experts currently project earnings to come in at around 6 cents per share, which is an increase from 1 cent, and for their revenue growth to be between 16 and 18%, to where they could bring in around $556 million. And this is going to be announced on November 2nd, according to this author. However, what is interesting, to where if Palantir fails to live up to these very bullish projections, this is actually going to work against the overall share price. To where if Palantir does not beat these expectations by a wide margin, we could actually see investors become disappointed and liquidate their shares, meaning that the share price could fall after their earnings report. Now, we have to remember that this author is a bear, negative, critic, naysayer, but he ends his article saying that Palantir stands out as a game changer according to the bulls, and that this company has been landing a lot of contracts. He also, very interestingly, cites that Palantir has actually secured the NHS contract, which is very interesting because I cannot find a single credible source which would back this overall writing. So either he's wrong, or I just haven't found a credible source, or no credible source has reported on this as of late. If you don't know, the NHS contract is a huge contract worth over $570 million, and this is going to be a 5-year contract with the potential for another 2-year extension, and this is going to be over in the United Kingdom for their National Health Service. And this would be a huge win for Palantir Technologies to secure, but as of late, we know that this has actually been postponed according to the most recent credible sources. Palantir Technologies is clearly a front runner and the favorite to win this contract, and I believe they will win this contract as long as politics and watchdog groups don't get in the way, and I've done many other videos talking about why I think Palantir will win this contract. Lately, the United Kingdom and the government has failed to confirm a winner this week for the contract. So I really don't know what source this other article is using, saying that Palantir has won the NHS contract, but regardless, I'm sure there are going to be updates released soon. In my opinion, I think the author is wrong, and I don't think that they have won the contract as of right now, unless he's saying that they have secretly won the contract, which is very plausible. But overall, regardless, I do think they are going to win this contract. They will eventually be added into the S&P 500. They have a boatload of cash on hand and virtually no debt, meaning that they are not at risk of going out of business, and right now we just need to focus on their future growth for their revenue and earnings. So whether or not you believe this company is going to fall down to $12 or surge up to $25, either way, buying this company as a long-term investor while not overexposing yourself more than a 5% portfolio allocation could be a wise thing to do, but always make sure to do your own research. With that being said, I would love to hear your thoughts down below about any of these developments. Don't forget to go and annihilate that like button right now. Subscribe if you are new. Don't forget to become a member of this channel for as little as 99 cents to support me personally, and with that being said, I will see you in the next YT video.